Greetings, football fans. I have now successfully predicted the outcome of the Super Bowl with my cards 3 years in a row. So we're going to see if we can make it 4. I actually feel like this one is a little bit confusing for me. As usual, I will give the disclaimer that I really don't know anything about football. I know the Patriots have been in the Super Bowl like last year. Were they in there the year before? I don't know. They've been in it a lot. Nobody likes them. That's literally all I know about the teams that are playing today. So I could probably put more of this in context if I had any knowledge about what is going on. However, I don't have that knowledge, so I'm just going to say what I see. This is a 2-path spread, and here is my central card that gives me the overall idea of what is going to happen. And then this side is for the Eagles, this side is for the Patriots. And from this I try to determine which team is going to win. So overall we have the Emperor reversed, and that usually means the Emperor, who is usually pretty harsh, has become more benevolent and compassionate, or he's either kind of immature and he can't make decisions. So I'm wondering if this is telling us that there are going to be some issues with the calls and the refs in this Super Bowl. Not that there's ever been a football game where somebody didn't disagree with a call, but I don't know, it'll just be interesting to see how that plays out. So looking at what the Eagles have to say here, the World is their very first card, and I'm reading this as kind of this is the beginning, middle, and end of the game. It says success, achievement, like it's usually a really positive card, means that you're going to win at whatever it is you're doing. So that's pretty positive. So this kind of middle card here, showing hopefully what happens in the middle of the game, is 5 of Pentacles reversed. It's chaos, collapse, like things are not going well. It's all gone to shit here in about the third quarter of the game, from my sense of time in this reading. And this one, which is our end of the game, kind of see it as kind of the outcome, even though we're reading all the cards together. Page of Pentacles, who is kind of a studious guy who is learning about things and, actually improving his skills as he goes along.
Hi, I totally screwed up the end of this last clip, and I didn't really want to take the time to actually fix it in my video editing software because we got to get this show on the road before the game starts. So I'm just going to kind of recreate this. Page of Pentacles upright was the last card on the side for the Eagles, and he is a guy who is a student. He's learning new stuff. I mean, obviously, this is a less experienced team in the Super Bowl, so maybe that applies there. But what he really does is manifest and achieve his goals. So I'm still considering this a positive card, and I have not changed my final interpretation.
Now this guy here, the Page of Pentacles, I actually flipped him around while I was reading, but he was dealt out reversed. And he, when he's reversed like this, it means either like you were a good student and you have now lost your work ethic and gone buck wild and forgotten, how to discipline yourself, or you are relaxing after a job well done. It could go either way, and it kind of depends on what else we see here. I'm thinking this looks fairly positive, and then if I compare it to what I see over here on the Patriots side, let's see what kind of a conclusion we come to. So over here we have justice, which basically in this kind of a spread just means you get what you deserve. Whatever you have worked for and whatever you have wrought, that is what you end up with. 3 of Pentacles reversed means mediocrity, being lazy, weakness, stagnation. Which is interesting to compare these two really strong first quarter cards, and then I think by the third quarter things are just going to go kind of wackadoodle. I don't know what's going to happen. Maybe there will be injuries. Maybe it'll just be a lot of, Keystone Cops falling down and doing random... To me, that looks the same as normal football because I don't know what the hell I'm looking at, but maybe you people who know what you're looking at will be like, yeah, that was pretty crazy. And then here with the 4 of Swords reversed, it can just mean a difficult journey. And there's a couple of different ways you can look at that. It can also mean that you're attacking a problem directly that you have been kind of ignoring for a while. So, I mean, this could indicate they're going to kind of turn it around and do something awesome. but it also is not going to be easy for them. This is a hard one for me because there's nothing that definitively says, yeah, this team's going to win or this team's going to win. If I had just to make a choice based on this, I would say the Eagles have the advantage, but I think they're both going to play some crappy football at some point during this game. And so I'm kind of confused about the outcome. So I'm actually going to do something I haven't done before, which is I'm going to pull some Lenormand cards, which are a little more straightforward, and see what they have to say. Okay, so I'm actually really glad I did this because this was very interesting for me to deal out some Lenormand cards, which I haven't done before for this particular kind of prediction. And I actually did go and do a little research because once I saw the cards here, I felt like there was something it was telling me about the number of times each of these teams had been to the Super Bowl. So I now know more than I knew at the beginning of this reading about these two teams, but still not much. So my overall card, this is the same spread, the two-path spread, and this is the overall thing. It's about luck, short-term success, you know, sometimes gambling, stuff like that. I think this is just acknowledging that we have a contest and that they're both successful enough to get here. Nothing really exciting. Here's the Eagles side, and we have the Stork, which is change, relocation, graceful movement, and it also has to do with people who are tall or have really long legs, so I'm not sure how that's going to be relevant. I hope nobody like breaks their leg in the first quarter. That's going to make me upset, but it just might mean that maybe this team is taller. I don't know. Sometimes that makes a difference. More of a baseball thing. I told you I don't know what the fuck is going on with football. Anyway, but it's about being graceful in movement. So to me, that would mean maybe some plays that are actually pretty smooth and coming off the way they were intended. Flowers means favorable attention, beauty, being charming, getting gifts from people. It's all very positive. And the moon, which would be kind of the outcome card, is praise, recognition, fame, attention. So that seems pretty positive to me on the Eagles side. Over here with Patriots, we have home, which is a place where you're secure, familiar, safe. You know, you're really stable in that place. And this is where I thought, interesting, I'm going to look this up, and I found out that the Eagles have been to the Super Bowl twice, but they lost both times. Patriots have been in it 7 times and won 5. So they're pretty much at home in the Super Bowl. They feel like they have an advantage and like they can win. So to me, that actually relates in an interesting way to what else is going on here. Now the cross here is about grief and emotional loss. It's about suffering and pain and having a guilty conscience, which is interesting because I know there have been some questions about cheating with the Patriots. Again, I only know the very little tiniest bit about it. And this could be our third quarter Keystone Cops, whatever slapstick is happening. I don't know. Looks like it's going to go better for the Eagles than the Patriots in this reading. And their outcome one is the bear, which this is very interesting because bear is actually a card that can represent an athletic trainer or a sports coach. And it has to do with aggression, bullying, being highly protective, maybe being overworked, and about being big and strong. I don't know if the Patriots' actual personnel are bigger than the Eagles or not, but that's interesting. So I'm wondering if they're just gonna like lose their composure and there will be some fights at the end of the game, which, you know, is always interesting because we're America and we love it when people fight. So, you know, America, football, let's do it. Anyway, I really don't know what this means. I'm leaning towards the Eagles, so I'm just gonna say I'm calling it for the Eagles this time. I don't know if it's gonna be a last minute pulling it out kind of thing or not. But I think that the third quarter is going to be interesting, and I think it's probably going to be a pretty good game, and we won't really know till the fourth quarter how it's going to go. So, anyway, happy Super Bowl day. Do your thing. Don't drive drunk. Have fun. I'm going to be eating a whole bunch of food and paying only the vaguest attention to the game so that I can come back here and either gloat or just go, whatever. My streak had to end at some time. So, bye.